How's it going, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? Well, tonight has me well. I honestly, this last couple weeks has me a little nervous, and I'm watching things unfold, and it's making me a little bit more nervous. And I've been prepping a long time. And I'll tell you the truth. I just prepped about 7 to 10 months worth of long-term food because it's getting to the point that the bank failures. Yeah, we're on the verge of the dollar completely crumbling. Hey, Huga. Hey, Brandy F. Tamara. It is definitely on the verge of totally crumbling. And it is so perfectly planned. It is so perfectly planned. Hey, Lenora, this crumbling of all the banks is so planned. Right now, a new list came out of all the banks. And folks, I think we're at the point that what's going to end up happening is there's going to be a huge bank run. I mean, a huge bank run where people, average day people, go and say that's it and grab their money. And when that happens, then it's going to completely tumble. There's so many things going on right now. I want to pull up this list of which banks are in danger. Someone asked me the other night, and so I went in and found a couple different things about it, and I think we all need to take a look at this. This is coming in from the real estate investments, and it says right now there's a risk of 186 bank failures in 2023. 186. That's a lot, folks. What's up, Crazy Farm? What's up, Tom Caquella? Is our bank on that list? What's up, Josh? Is this perfectly planned? You bet your ass it's perfectly planned. This we are getting very, very close to Agenda 2030. And that's really the truth of the matter is that once Agenda 2030 rolls in on everybody, they want us to own nothing and be happy. Well, shit, a lot of people aren't going to have a choice because they're not going to own anything. Right now, I've been watching the real estate market, and the eviction process is like escalating out of control. And I agree with you, Josh. I just recently did that. We recently bought almost a year's worth of freeze dried food, and I am prepping up like crazy. I'm going to be showing some of these preps, folks, because you need to get on point. Everyone needs to get on point. Yeah. Patty, see, I think that it'll be just like France, just like what's occurring in other countries where people take to the streets. But we have to realize a couple things here in the United States, right? One, there's way more of us than the government. I totally agree with you. But look what happened during the Great Depression. This is going to be way different. Everybody's been hearing about these reverse ATMs. Why are they doing that? Well, because there's no money. There's no money. And where did the money happen to go to? Well, how much money did we send to Ukraine last year and the beginning of this year, the first quarter? You know, billions and billions of dollars. Um, uh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I think that, they're getting people real jittery, Brandy, real jittery. And I think that this is like perfect timing. They have to, everybody's been talking about the CBDC. And I mean, honestly, folks, we cannot stop the CBDC. We cannot stop what's rolling in. Um, yeah. Oh, gosh. Patty, do you hit that on the head? Hey, Milk and Honey. Exactly. I mean, honestly. And not only that, Patty, we got to realize this is the other thing that's up for grabs right now in DC. I've been keeping an eye on it. I just because I haven't been on here, folks, I want you to know I think about y'all on a daily basis. It's just that I'm working overtime. I'm putting in extra hours. We're putting in extra hours around the homestead. We are on. I was in third gear, and I've been prepping for over 25 years, and this is the first time in my whole life that I've ever said, "Whoa, shit," because so many things are happening all at once. And let's look at this list a minute. Though. Let me pull this. Let me pull this down. Signature bank failure. We all know, blah blah blah. But they also plan to sell its housing loans. There's You can go to this. It's NORADA realestate.com. It's all about investments. Uh, the thing is, folks, is if all of you and all of us knew that they only had to hold literally 10% in cash, would we be putting our damn money in a bank? I mean, really. But see, money is only paper. And hey, Nunya, hey, window licker, yeah, pay off your debt. I have been real jittery because we had a paid off vehicle. I it wasn't a want, it was a need. And there's a big difference, and you have to measure that out in your own life. But I'll tell you what, folks, it is getting to the point that every single day we're seeing something else occur. If I can give you any words of advice, and I mean, I've been prepping a long time. I really got woke up when I was like in my 20s, and I got, many of you have heard this story. I was fast asleep, and my apartment got broke into there in Los Angeles. I haven't always lived out in the forest, and that was my wake up call. But this last year, I've been getting more and more wake up calls. I'm like, wow, I don't feel even after 25, 30 years of prepping that I'm on point. And I'm just being straight up honest with you. I look around and I say, if we couldn't go to the grocery store, if we couldn't go to the ATM, if the grocery stores got overran, where would we be? Would we have water? Right? Would you have water? Without water, you don't have life. And all these things are happening. All these food processing plants, all the chicken that's been culled, all the trout. And as we look at that, I don't know about y'all, but I feel a little nervous. And I always walk in faith and not fear. Y'all know that about me. Um, hit a one. Lenore's already fessing up. She's starting to panic a little. But that's why we have this mag. That's why we have the OTWP, is to talk these things out. But how many of you honestly are feeling a little jittery, like, what the hell are they going to do next? I really feel that something is in the air and it's not good. It's not good what's coming. And as we look at this right here, right? Um, 651 problem banks in 2012. And it's going through the whole list. Okay. This is going through the whole list. Now they're saying 39. But this is coming in from the FDIC. Now, look, the problem bank list for the year end 2022, the number of FDI insured institutions on the problem bank list 2012 to 2022. And see, they're trying to put it down here into 39. We had a lot of problem banks. But let me talk a little bit more about that. Folks, the little banks, the small banks are getting eaten up by the large banks. Think about it. Every time we've seen something fail, who's coming in to do something? You know, and then if you go over to OTWP TV, I posted the videos. Man, we are getting invaded literally at the southern border. The southern border is out of control. I have no problem. I love my Latino brothers and sisters. I used to have a company where everybody that worked was Latino. They're hardworking people. But what's coming across the border right now? That's my question. What the hell is coming across the border? Well, I showed the video of not only the Latinos, but the Chinese waiting in Panama to come on over. It's a free for all. It's a free for all. And I honestly believe that we're going to see this escalate to the point that we're going to have major disruptions in the United States, worse than we've ever imagined, right? And the thing is, as these banks fall, right? This one just goes into the impact of such bank failures. It's highlighting the importance of risk management. Risk management, shit, the shit's about ready to blow over, right? There is a potential impact right now, if you see that highlighted, of over 200 banks that could be affected. Yeah, exactly. I wish to God they would. Maybe we all need to just make a road trip to Texas and build it our damn selves. And honestly, I don't know if that'll stop it, Nunya. I don't know if that'll stop it. Yep, they sure are. I just read that article myself, Tom Cakwalla. Um, it exactly, exactly, Brandy, right on point. Because that is exactly what's going to happen. See, it's happened. Think about it. I mean, even if you go back down to the days of Wally World, Target, Gibson's, Kmart, where are all those stores? They're all gone, man. They're all gone. And what's left? Wally World. Now what's happening? They're closing up the stores. See, here's all these signs that we all should have seen. Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh, Mark. Man. But see, think about this, folks. Here's all these signs of just a total catastrophic event. And it's yeah, yep. Look at the car. Look at the car industry. Look at we had hacking down in Texas. We have a lot of hacking going on. Y'all know that I be watching the hacking. We have a lot of hacking. I think we're going to have a major, major cyber attack worse than what just happened in Texas. We're going to have all these. We have hyperinflation. We have food shortages. We have our food being locked up. I looked at a video and I don't know what it was on, but I looked at a video and I was like, are you shitting me? Everything from freaking beans to freaking toothpaste locked up where you have to go, oh, you want to buy your kid a shirt? Go ask somebody for help. Good luck with that. Go ask for somebody for help so they can unlock it so that you can pick out a shirt for your kid, right? It's unbelievable the things that are going on. And honestly, folks, I've never really been this jittery or this nervous about what's going on. I really think all these last 3 years that I've been on YouTube, going on 3 years, right? That everything we've been talking about, Agenda 2030, the Great Reset, man, it is full blown. It's full blown and it's coming right at us full force. What do we do? How do we react? That's up to each and every one of us. I'll tell you what. The other thing that I'm doing tomorrow is I'm going to pick up more silver. I'm turning cash into silver. Because what I'm afraid also, and I'll be honest with you, y'all know I walk in faith, but not fear. But I am a little nervous about this. So I am taking cash and I'm turning it into silver, and not just a couple ounces. I'm turning a pretty good amount. And the thing is, silver has stood to the test of time. But then the thing that concerns me is, are they going to want to take that silver and start manipulating the silver as well, where we're not getting real silver. See, I don't trust. I have no trust right now in any of the stuff that's going on in any of it, and I'm sure. Yeah, yep. It really has. It really has. She's a wildflower. Hey, remaining remnant. It really has. It just seems like every day, and I don't think it's just the propaganda. I have been looking around, I'm pretty nosy when it comes to certain subjects, and I've been looking around, folks, and the propaganda that they're feeding people, of course, is on steroids and it's full of fear. But now we have the situation with Ukraine and Russia, and supposedly Zelensky ran for cover to Finland. Um, why did you do that? Well, you know, when you have a puppet master, sometimes you have to run from the puppet master and cut the strings, and maybe that's what old Zelensky decided to do. Yeah, yeah, but really, honestly, anymore, Brandy, the coins are just clad. They're not. There's nothing beneficial about a coin. There's nothing beneficial. There's no silver content in coins unless they're prior. I believe it's 1964, 1962. So you really, everyone needs to take the time to sit down and seriously look at what you're lacking. And I'll tell you, honest to God, I mean, I'll show you right now. I'm going to be doing a big thing about it. But I mean, I'm not joking. I went and bought big old barrels. Barrel. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see it even. Hold on a minute. They can't see it. Okay, hold on a dang minute. Y'all know I'm sitting in the cabin. Shoot. Literally, I went and bought barrels and barrels of this and had it shipped in. Barrels of it. And each one of them is a 4-week food supply. I'm not messing around. I am taking the extra steps to get extra food, even though I feel like we have food that we should be out about 2 years now. Um, we literally had UPS here at 10 o'clock last night, 10 o'clock, delivering stuff, which was good. It was dark. No one knew what was coming here. But I tell you what, folks, water and food, shelter, down your bills, pay your mortgage ahead, because they're still going to want your mortgage payment. They're going, if there's things you can cut out, start cutting them out now. And also remember, if you don't hold it, you don't own it, right? Yeah, we have some already remaining remnant, but I'm at the point, I'm going to be doing a special tomorrow night. Um, and I'm at the point that there's a lot of things that could be very serious about bugging in, and we'll talk about it tomorrow night. Um, I've really done some in-depth thinking and research about it. And folks, when you think that everything is hunky dory in your neighborhood, you better take a deeper look. It does not matter if you're in the urban area or in a rural area. I think that when this escalates, and I don't like to be doom and gloomy, right? I really don't. I like to be uplifting and to keep going forward. But I really can't tell you any more than from the bottom of my heart. That's why I'm coming on so late tonight, is because I really have had a lot of you on my mind, and I am concerned about many of you. I am concerned about your water, your food preps, your first aid preps, our own preps, and that's awesome. See, and you got to keep doing the legwork. You got to. Yeah. Well, I got other buck. Can you hand me one of those dragonflies? Well, I'm going to show some different videos about some additional things that we got, but I'm buying these by the cases, and I have been for quite some time. But I went and bought some more cases of them, and they are an MRE that is like a humanitarian MRE, and there's one open right there in the brown box. Our whole living room is full right now of things. Yeah, just the one that's open. I just This is a true humanitarian MRE, and I want to say that you know, canning food, dehydrating food, all that stuff is absolutely freaking fabulous. Okay, it's wonderful, but these MREs, these brown baggers, are really nice, and we actually figured it out. One of these bags, if you're really being conservative with it, could feed 2 people for 1 day, right? Because you have this particular system. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. This is, I don't wanna eat freaking rice and beans the rest of my damn life. How many of you wanna just sit around and eat rice and beans for a year or 2 years or 5 years? If it comes down to it, yeah. But I don't really, that's not really, it does not really sound too appetizing to me. Um, I will if I have to, but damn, I like some meat, I like some pasta, I like some food. And I think with the shit that's going on in the grocery stores, I told Dragonflies, don't you dare touch another piece of fruit, meat, or vegetable coming from a grocery store. We are done. We will not purchase there at all. And that's how serious I am. But like this one is cheese tortellini. Sounds good to me, right? I like freaking meat too. But this has the heater in it, right? So you can actually heat it up in the bag. It has a cracker in it. It has your whole condiment set. It has a cookie, right? A shortbread cookie. You can get them for pizza. It has some toasted corn, like corn nuts in it. Um, it has some jelly, and it also has your drink mix. So you got Nothing. No water is needed for this bag at all. It's not water is not needed for these bags because that's the way they're made. There's some that do require water and there's other ones that don't. I don't think this one requires any water whatsoever. Um, I did post a link. It is through My Patriot Supply that I'm getting these, but if there's enough people in our channel that want to that want to order some of these, I did get approved for a wholesale deal, which would save all of us money and we could all get more of them. But I got to work out some logistics on it. I got to find out how much they are just for a big pallet. I'm probably going to purchase a pallet because I plan on not just helping myself, but I plan on helping others around me. Because I think that when all the shit breaks loose, if you're not helping other people around you, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. When you're fat and sassy and you got food and you're all happy go lucky, and other people are watching their family struggle for food. Yes, you know, there's a lot of things that we really need to take into consideration. We've all been prepping, we've all been talking about prepping, we've been doing skills, we've been doing all these things, right? But I want to say this, right? Like, I don't want to see frickin' war and I don't want to see our country crumble. But y'all, honestly, this frickin' country of ours is in a middle of a shit show. And people are saying, when's the SHTF going to happen? Huh? Well, how many of you feel like we're already on like a roller coaster and we can't get off? I mean, that's kind of the best terminology I can put it as. Yeah, who got I mean, the mag, all of you mean a lot to me. And like I just keep every time I turn on the internet and I see all of you, I'm like, "Phew, another freaking day that we can all talk, right? Because someday that shit may not happen. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like Billy Badass and say that everything's hunky dory all the time, right? I'm not going to say that because right now in this country, it's not. It's a effing disaster, and it's we have a couple options, right? You feel like frogs in the pot. We've been talking about that shit for a year and a half, haven't we? 2 years. Yeah, we're like a hamster. Whoa, whoa. I feel like we're on that bullet freaking ride where it keeps spinning and for some reason the freaking carny won't let us off. It sucks. I think that so many people want to come on prepping channels on YouTube and talk, well, yeah, man, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. There's going to be a revolution, blah, blah, blah. You know, come on. Literally, come on. Let's talk down to earth, real shit here. Let's quit talking about the fluff bullshit. Let's quit talking about the news and the propaganda, and let's talk about what freaking matters, which is Americans and people. Right? Americans and people is what matters. I have no freaking problem with anybody coming to this country, but I have a problem when you're coming here to destroy it. I have a problem when you're in our freaking schools teaching this radical ideology that's so warped and so over the top, and that you think you're a furry today. And tomorrow you might be a guy, next day you might be a girl, the next day you might be a Lord knows what. I got a freaking problem with that, right? I think that the thing is that we as Americans have to stand together. It's not about revolution. It's not going to be like that, folks. See, this World War III shit that people talk about, yeah, bring it, man. I got my AR, I got this, blah, blah, blah. You're full of shit, man. Anybody that's watching this, and if you think that, you're full of shit. You want to see destruction in this country? You want to see people getting hurt, people starving to death? That's not what I want. I want to see people happy, like, living in harmony. And I know it's a big dream. I know it's a big dream. I know the American dream has got washed out to sea. I know that we're all in the middle of a shit show. I understand that. But this still is about people. And this channel was built on people, not me sitting up here talking that, well, I'm better than you and you got to do it my freaking way or you don't know shit, right? This channel was built around all of us, and it always has been. And I'll tell you what we want to see is people thrive. We don't want to see people starve to death. We don't want to see people suffering. We don't want to see our banks fail, our schools be more screwed up than they already are. We have we have got to stick together. And not only do we have to stick together, we have to get actively involved in our communities, in our counties, in our states. We have to do something because right now I feel like I've been sitting on my hands and that I don't have much time left and that we can go out and do things to help this country. I feel the more that our border gets invaded, the more of a shit show we're going to see. And I think in the blink of the eye, all the things that people have been talking about, the things that people have been worried and concerned about with sleepers in this country, I think that it will happen in a blink, activated 120%. We have to realize that the Chinese purchased land around this country very close to several of our military bases. That makes me wonder, what are they really doing? Oh, that's right. They're building a windmill plant there. They're building this there. I mean, how many of you think that we have been purposely set up and that all of our allies are jumping ship and that we're about to go down with the boat like the Titanic? I mean, that is something to really think about. And I think that the only way that we can come through this is to have local mags. Yes, we have our mag online, but how long will it be here? How many more days, weeks, or months until we go to turn on the internet? And because my social credit score will be a negative 75, maybe a negative 200, I don't know, that I won't be able to turn on the internet. And we won't be able to talk freely because we can't talk freely now. We can't tell stories or real life events that happened to us in 2019 to 2022, can we? See, the censorship's deep and it's getting deeper by the day, by the week, by the month. And we see all these CEOs getting fatter and fatter, eating up everybody's money. We see the utility companies raising everybody's rates. We see the grocery stores with hyperinflation, and the fat cats are getting fatter as the middle and the poor are getting to the point that we're getting worn out and sick of it. See, I believe that they want the word revolution. I believe they want that to happen. But when we do that, what is going to occur? Death and destruction on the middle class and poor. And that's something really to think about, folks. Don't be a sheep. Don't run with the masses when people decide to revolt. When people decide to stand up, you better have your shit in order and you better figure out where you're going to draw the line and what you're going to do. I know a lot of you are elderly. I know a lot of you are disabled. I mean, personally, I don't want to lose dragonflies. I don't want to lose my homestead. And I don't want to lose my job. But we're preparing for that shit. Be prepared to be gray man, woman, or child. Be prepared to run with the flow until you can get off the path. Because the path is going to be very dangerous. I think that we are in for something. Yeah, we had it at work today too, Scruffy. I believe that we are all in for something that we never ever imagined. And I want you all to really, really mentally and spiritually prepare your hearts and your minds for the things that could come at us. It's hard to sit here and to talk about it when each and every one of us may be going, what does that really mean? Like, what's really going to happen? Because none of us know. And I don't give a shit if somebody has 500,000 subs and they're telling you, well, you got to do it this way and this is what's going to happen. They don't know shit either. They know what propaganda is feeding us. And what it's feeding us is not good. What we're seeing is not good. I want y'all to stay centered and focused. I want y'all to be stronger than you've ever thought that you could be. When the shit puts you up against the wall, I want you to stand up. When something knocks you down, get back up. Don't give up. Don't give in. And no matter what, always, always think of this mag and think of the strength that comes from all of us because we're all in this shit together. And I really, really, truly believe that we can each make a difference in our communities, in our families, by picking up the slack. By picking up the slack. And we got to continue to do it. We really do. I've been kind of on one tonight because I'm like, over 20 some years, I've been prepping for disasters and catastrophes. And then it's like, holy crapola. We got this happening, this happening, this happening, this happening all at one time. And I'm going, whoa. And I know that y'all are feeling the same way. I hope that each and every one of you keep doing the dang thing, no matter what. When somebody tells you to sit down, stand the hell back up. When they tell you to shut up, speak up right now while we can. Because pretty soon you may have to go gray man to the point that you do shut up, right? Huh. Yeah, yeah. They want to put new meters in everything. See, the smart technology, y'all, is really something. Hey, remaining remnant, OTWPsurvival.com is down for a while because I had some problems. So I'm bringing everything I can in house. So I appreciate that. But if you want to purchase something, go to My Patriot Supply. The link is on the main part of the channel. The link's in the descriptions. If somebody wants to drop that, that's fine. Um, I really, really think the most important thing that we all can do is get long term food, and I'm not talking like a year, because canning food and cans of no big deal. Canned food, canned food, and canning food and dehydrating food is going to disappear quickly. What we need is long term food. If you have a freeze dryer, you better be freeze drying your arse off. You better be drying food day and night. If you have a smokehouse, smoke your meat. If you can pick up smoked meat, salami, pastrami, there's about 15 different kinds of meat. Do it. Jerky, things like that that can get you through, that can give you that protein that you need. Get those things. There's no time like the present. There's no more time screwing around. There's no more time slowing down. There's no more time, because the time is near that this country is going to freaking fall completely. And when the American dollar falls, y'all remember this. And I don't want to say I told you so, but remember, I've been talking about this. And when the American dollar falls, it's going to be just like what happened in Jamaica. You might as well take the dollars out of your pocket and throw them in the trash can. You're going to have a very, very short amount of time to use that money, before it's worth nothing. And that's a good question to ask, Huga. Huga, I just love you. I love you, CB. That is a very good question to ask yourself every single day. Thank God for another day. And as you lay your head down on your pillow, say, did I do something today to prep? And it doesn't have to be, it could be sitting down and reading a book and learning a new skill. It could be prepping your spirit by sitting there and listening to a song to center. See, people don't get me. And I don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a shit if they get me or not. Prepping is from everything you do, from your spirit to your mind, to your muscle, to your bronze, to your garden, to your food, to your electricity, to your solar, to your water. It's all prepping. First aid, everything. It's all prepping. And the thing is people go, well, you got to prep this and prep that. Bullshit. You got to prep your whole life. Your whole life has to become prepping, because it's getting prepared for something that is at our doorstep right now. And all these crazy preppers 4 or 5 years ago, well, this shit's never going to happen and it's a conspiracy and blah, blah, blah. Shit. It's happened. Keep working. Keep working. And it doesn't matter. It could be the smallest thing. Plant a freaking rose bush. Talk to a kid at the gas station. Talk to a lady at the grocery store. Find a dentist. Talk to the dentist. Talk to a doctor. Find someone retired. That's prepping. See, resources are prepping. Having resources more than you can ever imagine, that's prepping. Having a mag of where people in a chat can put up their ideas without being ridiculed and belittled, that's a mag. But what's really important is that you take all of your prepping skills, all of your time, all the things that you put into it, and that you step back and you write a list. You seriously pick up a damn notebook and you write a list of things that you could be missing that you need. Step back and think about salt, sugar, flour, water. And water is a hard one, y'all. But I'll tell you this. Nobody can, they can say it's illegal to catch rainwater. Kiss our American asses. It comes from God, and God said, let the rain come down. Get you some damn rainwater. See, we have this big, huge government overreach, and I can say this: kiss my American ass. As long as I can speak and stand, I'm free. And as long as I have a free spirit, I'm going to collect rainwater. I'll go pick an apple off an apple tree if I want to. Y'all think about it. God bless you from here in the Ozarks. I know I was on one tonight, but it's because I care about each and every one of you. You become like my family to me, and I truly care. Everybody, get out there. Find resources. Find people. Plant bushes. Plant flowers. Learn how to forage. First aid. Keep working. And don't give up and don't give in. And make your life a prepper's life. Just keep doing it. And I agree with you, Josh. I agree with you, Josh. So that being said, we already know that this thing's going to light up. It's going to light up. And when it lights up, we're all going to be like shit. But when it lights up, in the back of your mind, I want you to sing this song. Light it up, light it up. God bless you from here in the Ozarks. I love you all. I care about you. I see you tomorrow night. We need to talk about bugging in and what could go wrong. And I want to talk to you on a serious note. So I'll see you then. If you want to hang out and light it up, let's light this shit up. God bless you. Oh, there it is. There we go. Light it up, light it up. Boom.
I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, stay with couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
See the truth in the glass in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see the ass, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curb them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear him talking, they ain't right enough, tighten up. Everything that I came for, I left with. I don't bang sets, I just bang on the set list. Going past supper when I came for the breakfast. Put me in your prayers, I might put you on the guest list. Young niggas in the reckless, gold in my soul, got the same on my necklace, bitch.